So the exhaust hanger is not connecting up properly, so we're going to try and sort out the exhaust today. Right, so we have a new hanger for the exhaust right here, so we're going to fit that, but it's clearly not lining up properly. So it's off somewhere else. So we're going to start at the front, but we might have to undo it at the back as well. But if we go to the front, there's two things to see. And the first is the hanger here, which is meant to be flat, I believe, rather than bent like that. So we're going to take that off first. We're going to knock it flat, and we're going to see if, having done that, that will allow us to shift the exhaust over. The other thing I want to look at is down here, and you can see we have not here, sorry, this one over here, we have right here some oil. So the car has been up on stands for a couple of weeks, and we have some oil there, and so I need to see where that's dripping from and see if I can resolve it. Because it might be not quite well, I don't know, so we're going to have a look at that as well. Might be this episode, might be another. Okay, so we have the bracket off, but this won't shift at all. So, pretty sure the one I saw was straight in the manual. So we're going to go and have a quick look at the manual again, see what it looks like. And then we will come back and think about the next step. Right, so we're going to take this rear bracket off just to see if that makes any difference. Okay. So it's now fouling on my stand there, so we're going to just move that stand out of the way by jacking it up and moving it. So and now we're going to go to the front and have a look, see if we can move it up, move the front a bit based on that. See, I don't think that would still cause. I mean, this really needs to move over quite a lot. Let's go and look at the middle bit actually. Right, so with it disconnected at the back, what we actually want is this all the way over here. Now I can't get it up any higher because the muffler at the back is fouling on the spring. Okay, but if that is all the way over here, let's now go look at what the connection at the front's going to look like, and whether or not if this gets flattened out, will that sort out the connection at the front. But before we do, let's just show you where with that there. Let's back up and see where the muffler is. Okay, so you can see just how far off it would appear to be. But that would also, looks to me, if you look at the front of that, that muffler, the previous muffler is actually, let's see if I can get it in a bit better. I don't know if you can really see it, but it is just here. Appears, you know, I'd expect that to be coming back straight, and it's clearly at an angle there. So let's go forward and have a look. Okay, this is difficult to record because my stand is broken. But if I got it lined up roughly right back there, when I put this on, if this were straightened out, then it's going to be coming to about here, to the middle of this pipe. It's not going to be there, it's going to be much further over. So that must mean that this is hanging down wrong. Which is possible, but I don't know how I sort out. Okay, current plan. Given that even when I moved the exhaust all the way over, it stayed a long way off here, or when I moved this all the way over, rather, the tail was sticking out underneath the spring, and the front still wasn't in the right place. And when I've been looking at images, we should have a dog leg in this somewhere. Okay, and clearly we don't. Alright, so I don't think I actually have the right exhaust bits in order to fix this so that it runs properly underneath underneath here. Right, so it's going to be off. Now I could try loosening in everything off and seeing how much I can adjust it, but I still think it would be off. So what I think I'm going to do, and this is after an hour or so, 45 minutes discussing with my dad, I'm going to take this off, I'm going to hang the new bracket on there, and then I'm going to fabricate a bracket across to this, and I can then put bolts across the fork to hold this firm here, and I'm hoping that that will be considered acceptable from an MOT perspective. So that's what we're going to work on now. We'll start by taking these off. I want to make a template for the bracket. Okay, so as a template, I think that's okay. What I'm going to do is a line across here. So that's going to show me, hopefully, where I want to weld the piece of metal on. So I'm going to weld it to that side, although I could just drill holes in. But I was thinking weld it to that side because it will be firmer. and then I'll just bolt it at this side, which is how that's bolted. So that's the next step. Right, we're going to have to stick that up again to see which way I want to weld it. Not the prettiest welding, but that should, I hope, be firm. Yep. Okay. So we can now fix that back up and work out where to drill holes. So we have where we need to drill our holes here now. Okay, let's fit this and see what it looks like. So I'm hoping that will be okay and acceptable. I don't see why not. And hopefully someone will tell me sooner rather than later if it is. But given that that seems okay to me, I'm going to take all of that off now. And I'm going to paint up the metal bits to protect it, and then we'll put it back on like that. So here we have our bracket in place now, painted up. We have put all the wheels back on. We're about to let the car down, and we're going to try a little drive to discover if that's all we had up front is the clutch leaking. So that patch of oil there, which I'm soaking up, is not from the clutch slave cylinder. That is directly underneath the steering rack, the gate to the driver's side. So I need to have a little look around why it's leaking there, which I will do. But for this episode, unless I film myself driving a little bit, we're going to stop here. So it's taken me a while to get this charged up so I can do this, and obviously I have to sort out my steering wheel still. See, my flasher's working. Just head up the hill. It's revving a bit high. There we go, I just touched it and it came down. I have a tendency to try to push the gear stick too far to the right for first, which is sometimes why I'm struggling. Let's put lights on since everyone else has. this is as fast as I've ever gone in it. So the overdrive isn't working at all. I put it into overdrive and we've got nothing there. So clearly I need to take a look at that. Just looping around here. That was me trying to shift it down into first. I thought I was trying to put it into third, but not. Right. So I also need to very clearly sort out my steering wheel, because it causes it to not switch off the signals properly. But how's that? That was pretty cool. So, tempted to go for an MOT now. I think maybe next video will be MOT checks, so pre-MOT video type thing. Hopefully I've got everything sorted for it.